A summer of long goodbyes finally at an end. The last farewells for teammates this morning was an emotional time for Adam Gilchrist, but international retirement is yet to sink in.
There'll be a time, I'm sure, where it sort of hits me a bit harder, but no, I'm really excited about it and really certain.
A series loss wasn't the best way for Gilly to bow out. It was a night of drama with tackles galore on show. And all-rounder James Hopes came within a whisker of sending it to a decider.
We needed everything to go right after being 3 for 30 to chase down 260. And it almost did go right. It was almost a really good night.
India enjoyed the moment and now claim they deserve to be called the best team in the world.
Obviously, we deserve that. Obviously, the way we played, it's been amazing, isn't it? Too, beating Australia in Australia 2-0, it's amazing, especially the way we did well in Test series as well. We played wonderfully. Everyone knows that.
A contentious statement to finish a controversial summer. A summer to remember.
Yeah, either to remember or forget. I think we'll all be able to learn from it. Administrators, players, both teams. There's a lot we can learn from this summer and hopefully improve the game.
Cricket Australia is yet to decide whether the tour of Pakistan will go ahead after meeting with Foreign Affairs in Canberra today. Regardless, the Aussies aren't likely to be well received when they tour India later this year. The Indian cricketers expecting a crowd backlash from their own supporters.
What goes around comes around, Matt. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Of course, there's one player who doesn't have to worry about that or much else for a while.
I'm going on holiday with my family for a week.
It was the biggest hit of the summer, and Andrew Symonds' shoulder charge leaving a striker down and out for the count.
I only saw it live, and it looked like the guy was running at him, and Andrew, to some extent, tried to protect himself. I'd probably need to slow it down and have a look at some slow motion of it, but the guy didn't get up all that quickly from what I saw.
The 26-year-old streaker has been charged, and the Australians say these incidents have to stop.
We're trying to win a game of cricket for Australia, and someone comes running on the field because he's probably had too much to drink. It's, as much as they've tried to stop them, people still like doing it. It's hard for us because we know we're so focused on trying to win this game, and it's a real break in our momentum.
Every time somebody comes onto the field, you never know. You don't know if it's somebody who's just running on to sit in the middle of the pitch, and especially with with everything that's been going around in the world these days, it's not probably something 10 years ago was probably a little bit safer, but now you're always unsure.
Symonds did keep swinging, but when he departed for 42, it was the beginning of the end.
Now he asks,
Ultimately, it came down to James Hopes, but while he put up a valiant fight with 63, it wasn't enough.
Out. It's all over. What a victory.
Gave it a good run, I suppose you can say, but once again, we lost too many early wickets, and we needed everything to go right after being 3 for 30 to chase down 260. And it almost did go right. It was almost a really good night, and we almost got it to Adelaide, but full compliments to the Indians. They played 2 really good games of cricket.
For the second straight year, Australia had been bundled out during the Tri-Series finals. Ricky Ponting's men were once again left with some soul-searching to do.
We dominated this series right up until the final hurdle, and unfortunately, as we did last year, we've fallen that last hurdle again. So, as I said down in Sydney the other night, it's disappointing for us because we actually pride ourselves on the way we play and perform in big games, and in these last 2 finals, we've just been a little bit off the mark.
But while Ponting and his men have had a tough summer, there were no excuses.
India have thoroughly deserved to win the series, really. They had a couple of crucial games in the middle that they had to win to make it into the finals, and they did that and did it very well. And when the finals have come around, they've played very well.
At the centre of most of the controversy during the Test and one-day series, Harbhajan Singh took his opportunity to revel amidst the victory, and his captain couldn't resist a swipe at the Australian media.
I don't know what will happen to the Aussie media, Our Bajji is going back tomorrow, so they'll need someone to replace him. He has been there in the front page throughout the summer, if you see.
As for the Australians, they're now looking forward to some R&R before their next assignment. But there was one major regret, not being able to send retiring keeper Adam Gilchrist out on a winning note on Australian soil.
It's a really sad day as far as, as I'm concerned, that the day's come where I've played my last game of cricket with Gilly, and that's a pretty sad moment, especially when it's a losing game as well.
Great mates about to go their own way, much like they did last night. But the end for one of the best was not the way it was supposed to be. Ponting's summer was best summed up by this shot.
once again it's Kumar.
My form's been awful right the way through the series. And
2 for 8 turned into 3 for 32 when Clark clocked off.
Short one, it doesn't get up.
Hayden would be flat out saving this innings, but he had a crack along with good mate Andrew Simons.
He's got protection in the deep, but that's not going to happen.
Harbhajan was in the thick of it when Hayden strayed from home.
Great bit of fielding.
3 minutes later, the Indian court jester's night was all but complete.
Harbhajan Singh.
Hussey and Hopes gave us some hope. Then Mr. Cricket fell, although it took 3 minutes to come to that decision.
My word, that's out.
Hopes lost 3 more partners, but he kept blazing away, much to his desperate teammates' delight.
What they needed.
9 runs short of stealing victory, Hopes hold out.
It's all over.
Hopes was devastated. Harbhajan claimed a stump and wielded it like a stake. What would the summer have been without him?
I don't know what will happen to the Aussie media. Our Bhaji is going back tomorrow, so.
Ponting pondered the future,
it's inevitable that there will be some changeover. And
hinting there's lessons to be learnt from India's fresh-faced approach.
For India, it doesn't get any better than beating the one-day world champions on their home turf. One of their heroes, Praveen Kumar, who took 4 for 46.
Yeah, I'm very happy we beat in Australia.
In Australia, as you say.
Yeah.